Stuck in my head. Whoa! Live. Hey yo! You guys know that song? Hey yo! Like that was the shit back in the day, right? Like my dad was young. Hey yo! Hey, happy Friday! I'm never home alone on a Friday evening. But I'm sitting here doing my nails. Oh, so I want this green. And my son came home from school like, I'm bored. I need to play hockey. I'm a kid. So my husband's like, you know what? Let's go to the movies. Oh, what the fuck made him go to the movies? I was like, oh, I'm doing my nails, girl. I'm doing my nails. I need to get my nails done. You guys saw them the other day. I just finished filing them, so it's time for paint. I'm going to do a little, hey. So I'm looking at this picture of these nails that I saw online, and I'm like, yes, girl, yes. And that's what I'm going to try doing. And if they come out good, I'll show you guys a picture. If not, then you guys will never know. You'll never know. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Popping in to say hi. Hope you have a great weekend. Same thing. Yeah, I know. I thought I wouldn't be back until, hey, Casey. I thought I wouldn't be back until next week either, but I got a little break. The husband and the son went to the movies. So I hate the movies personally, but I'm in the middle of doing my nails. So I wouldn't be able to go anyway. Dude, you guys saw my nails the other day. It was like detrimental. The whole problem is I did the polygel last month, right? It was the second time I did it, but I used a different polygel this time. And I was a little disappointed in the polygel. It really didn't, I don't know. I think the polygel is a little soft sometimes, even when it's fully cured. Well, I was having some issues with it curing the proper way. But I broke one, two, three. I broke like 3 or 4 nails, but I also cracked a bunch of nails too, which never happens to me because typically you're winging it. Women's here. Hey, wing woman. So typically I try to build my nails a little bit thicker in the center just so that, because I'm rough. I'm rough on my nails. I'm always doing things. So the polygel, that's the problem. And especially with some of them, and I was using the little pop-it forms, the ones that look so easy online, right? They make it look so easy. It's like, oh yeah, you just squeeze a little shit into this little nail form, pop it on, and everything's good to go. And once you learn the structure of like nails and how it works, then it's easy. And I did them for the last like 2 months. But this month I went back to my old gel method because it's just the hard gel. I don't know. You just can't beat it. It don't break easy. Have I broke nails with hard gel? Yes, but not as easy as I did with the polygel nails. That's not saying I'll never do polygel again because the first round they lasted and they were fine. But the second round, it could have been my error, or it could have just been the polygel, the brand, which was Model Ones or some shit. I don't know. But either way, yeah, I gotta do veal linguine. That's an interesting snack. So yes, so this time we're gonna try the gel. Going back to the builder gel, my tried and true method. It always holds up for me. I gotta try acrylic. My goal is to try acrylic, but just the smell is like whoa. This made my night. Hey, MM recently started Polygel 2 Model 1s. Heard McCart brand was the best. Do I have McCart? Hold on a second. Let me see if I have. I have Model 1s. I have. Maybe the McCart one is the one I used. Hold on a second. Let me see which one is the one that I used the last time. Just so, listen, again, it could have been my error. So, where is my Polygel? Here it is. So I have, to be honest with you, there's this brand called SXC. That one's really good. I used a brand called Renmol, and that one actually was really good too. The Model Ones, see, oh shit, maybe I did use Model Ones the last time. Model Ones is really good. I used that one the prior time. And where's the one that I used last time where all my nails are breaking? I can't find the tube. I could look on my Amazon account. But was it McCart? Shit. I don't know if I ever tried that brand. Hold on. Because I bought a bunch of sets and then I just bought this one by itself. Hold on a second. I just saw it the other day. It's up on my table. The dog got it. No, this is the Renmol. I don't know, dude. Half these brands are from China and they can't spell in English. So they make these fucking weird words up. Model Ones. That's weird. Yeah. So I haven't tried the McCart one, but I gotta try that one. Maybe next time. So anyway, you have to have the perfect slip solution. Oh, dude, the first time I used this slip solution, I like flooded the shit out of it and it just made a mess. So now I just use the rubbing alcohol. That was the weirdest noise. Did you guys hear that? The dog was like, I use the slip solution, then I just use the alcohol, and that's what works for me personally. I like the rubbing alcohol, and that's what works for me. Rubbing alcohol. The slip solutions that they give you, I feel like it waters it down too much, and then it's running all over the place, and it's a big old mess. So, anyway, Ovi's doing well, Nana. He's being a dog. He's being a dog. It did sound like a cow. He was like, I don't know what the fuck that noise was about. So you're talking about doing nails. I'm lost. What's a slip solution? So if you ever watch those videos on like, why is your weirdo friend? Look at this asshole. Why is your weirdo friend John Crimes? You spelled his name wrong, did you? I don't know. Still harassing Tiffany. She's in her Discord saying he's sending his song to her dad. That's weird. Why don't you do this? Singer, you can't spell, who's probably Tiffany herself. Why don't you go ask John Crimes? Because I'm not John Crimes' mommy and daddy, okay? Clearly, right? So why don't you go ask John Crimes why, which I don't think is even true, that he's harassing Tiffany anymore. I don't know what song you're talking about, but do you want me to talk about Tiffany? Because I can. I mean, but I really had no plans on talking about her today. Anyway, the slip solution is basically Polygel is a mixture of builder gel, right? Or an acrylic. It's a mixture. So everybody knows acrylic nails. Only you cure it in a UV lamp. But when you put it down with a brush, it's like hard. It's almost like a modeling clay, right? Not that hard, but a little like the consistency of like toothpaste, just a little stiffer, right? Than toothpaste. So you need a slip solution to kind of like spread it around a little bit. It helps the brush not stick to it, basically. So it's like if you're like making dough and you put like powder on your hands to make it not stick to your hands, it's kind of like that concept, right? John hasn't bothered. Has John even been live? Like, first of all, I don't know what the fuck he's doing because I'm not up his ass worrying about every movie he's making. I literally haven't even seen him around because I haven't been on YouTube all that much. Well, why would you come here asking me a question about him as if I'm his keeper and fucking know what he's doing on a day-to-day basis? Like, I don't fucking know. Yes, way cheaper than going to the nail salon. I mean, when you initially buy the products, it's going to cost you a lot of money, but not a lot if you buy a set. But if you're like me and you get like addicted to buying fucking things like me, then it's going to cost you a lot of money. I got tons of nail supplies, dude. Tons. I mean, I have like probably like 20 or so different polygels, but little bottles, not big. I buy the sets. If you buy the sets, I did like that sample he released. What was it? I don't even know. I don't even know what he's doing. I don't even know what song this person's talking about. Let me get this asshole off my thing. It's probably Tiffany herself because she likes to do this. I'm like, dude, how many the fucking stupid people that are left listening to this girl? Anyway, so last night I wake up. It's like, hey, you bite my couch for? Last night I wake up and I don't know. I keep waking up, and all right, you guys want to hear a really freaky thing? So I keep waking up at like anywhere between 3 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning. Right? This has been going on for months, and it's for no reason. Like it's not like sometimes I'll be like, ooh, maybe I should go to the bathroom, but most of the times I'm just fucking waking up. Like I'm just getting up, and I'm like, why am I awake right now? So I pop up out of bed. Oh, I heard that, Ms. Lee. I heard that. So yeah. So I wake up and it's like almost like a nightly thing now. Like it's so fucking weird for like the longest time. It's like all of a sudden these videos start popping up in my like suggested feed, and they're like, the real reason you keep waking up at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, how does my YouTube know this? Like, how do they know that I'm getting up at that time? It's fucking weird. And there's all different things. Some of them's like, oh, that's the spiritual hour. That's when you should ask God for blessings and, all this other shit. But I just found it weird that, like, it's been happening for a while. And then it's been, it's just strange. It's strange. So I wake up at like 3 this morning, just like I do, I don't know, for months. And I see that there's a fucking, what's her name? MGL went live about Dre again. So I went back to sleep. I didn't listen to it. I listened for like 3 minutes, and I was like, it was there, like in my feed. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like it was the top of my feed. I'm like, why is she still bothering this woman? Why? What I gathered was that Dre was saying that Marvin is in. Oh, thank you. Not for nothing. We need to make an account called The Thing Is. The Thing Is. Those are like two of her famous sayings. So, so Marvin is in the hospital and has been in the hospital. And that's the latest update that I knew about this guy. But apparently he went septic. Now, if any of you guys follow my series, have been listening to me for a while, like ultimately that's what happened to my mom. She went septic. When she was in the hospital, she had radiation done on her tailbone. Okay, I'll just say to make it easy. And I guess while they were doing the radiation, it weakened the wall of her intestines or her colon or whatever one it was. And that tore open, and her body just went septic. And once you go septic, it's very, very hard to cure that, right? Once that gets into your bloodstream and you go septic, it's very, very hard to cure it. Now, in my mom's case, right, they could have done like exploratory surgery, but my mom was in really, really, really bad condition, and there was just no way they could have put her under to do that. And that's the reason that she went septic. You could go septic for like several different reasons, basically septic is an infection entering your bloodstream. So it might have originated somewhere else in your body, but it enters your bloodstream at that point, and that's why it's called septic. So so Dre is saying that at this meeting, she had the doctors called her in for a meeting. And now I've said this before, and I stand by it. This girl is she's definitely a little delusional when it comes to medical stuff. Her beliefs and her mindset when it comes to like medical things is a little fucking out there, so she's like saying, and they're like, oh, she's crazy. And maybe she is a little fucking crazy when it comes to that shit. But they're like, her ultimate plan is that she wants to get him home, right? Because and that should always be the case. When my mom was in the hospital dying, dude, I was in hardcore denial myself. And I was just like, all I wanted to do was get her home, whether that meant she was going to live at my house or her house, and I was going to be there, or there was going to be a nurse there to take care of her, or she was going to come home to her own house. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it meant to die, I just wanted her to be home because everybody deserves the dignity of dying in their own home. So maybe that's what maybe from what I heard, the few minutes that I heard, I think that that's what Dre is basically trying to say. Okay. She's trying to get him home so that whatever happens, he's in a place where he's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Where he wants to be and this and that. So it's really sad. And I don't know in his situation. First of all, I don't know what made him septic, how he became oh my God, I can't talk. Septic. If it was through, the feeding tube or something, I don't know. And she does say a couple of like crazy things, but she seems to have all these crazy medical beliefs, and there's a lot of people, she's not alone in any sense in this world. There's a lot of people who are getting, they go a little too far into the holistic world. And I'm not saying that holistic medicine isn't a thing or it isn't helpful or it isn't real. What I'm saying is that you shouldn't rely solely on holistic medication, right? And trust me, I don't trust big pharma and I don't trust any of that shit myself, but there's just certain situations in life where you have to go under a real medical doctor's care and let them treat you. And Marvin, in my opinion, is in that situation. He's in one of those situations where, it's best you just leave him to the professionals, and maybe when he gets a little better, then you try a holistic approach, right? But they were trying holistic approaches all along and they weren't really helping him, obviously, so, sometimes you have to give up some of your beliefs and just, you know, deal with it and go see a real doctor. So, so yeah, very fucking crazy situation. But you got, Molly Golightly and Justin hops on and they're reacting to her video. And I don't know if it's up because I only listened to a couple of minutes of it and I can't take those two. So let me see if it's still up, because just to give you guys a little sampling of how disgusting these people are, I just, like, at this point in time, I don't know what the fuck they want, dude. This woman's probably in a great deal of denial. Okay. Anytime a family member gets that sick like that or is in a situation like that, all you want to do is just hope that they're going to get better. But sometimes that hope, it looks different in everybody. But that's all you really want is, like, I hope they're going to get better. Even when the doctors are telling you the complete opposite, that hope is still going to exist and remain. And I think that's, that might be what's going on with her right now, is that she's in a little bit of denial, and she just wants to hang on to that hope, which is totally understandable, because those of us who actually care about the people in our lives, that's what it is. I ended delirious. Hold on. Trying homeopathic. There you go, B-Fergs. Yep. I remember that. Delirious. Trying to cure a bladder infection. Ended up with 105 fever. I thought I saw Jesus. Yeah. Because, it's sometimes you just have to go take those antibiotics. Oh, here it is. So she left it up. She actually left it up. So hold on a second. Like, I don't know what's the end game for these people in this situation? What are they looking to accomplish by harassing this woman any further? So, she makes a thumbnail. She did that.
The story's not over.
All right. Okay. Keep playing it.
Hold on a second.
And so then today he called.
Let me just show you guys a little beginning here. I didn't see this because I turned it on and I was just laying there. Look at this asshole. Is she on meth? Ay. I was just kind of laying there listening to it, so I didn't watch. I think it's a different belief.
You sent the video? Okay, you sent it to me. Thank you, Glenda.
Hold on. I think it's a different belief system. She believes in the power word. She believes that Jehovah can heal. And at the end of the day, it's her husband. So no one can decide for them, in my opinion. See, and you're right, Nanya. Like, some people rely heavily on prayer and their religions. And you know what? Who am I? Who are we, right? Who is anybody to tell her any different? if that's what's going to get her through this situation, you know, believing in God and, you know, denying, or what does she say? I rebuke that. If that's what's going to get her through this situation and keep her hope going for this, then you got to remember she has kids, man. She has 3 kids, right? That this is a father figure to her kids, you know. Well, he is a father of one of her kids, right? But then he's also a father figure to the other kids. And this woman, I mean, God bless her, you know, for having the strength to get through this. Is she getting through it the way I would? No, you know, but in some senses, yes. But I'm not here to judge a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, get through it however you're going to get through it. It's not my decision in the end. At least she's trying to remain strong and trying to, you know, carry her family through this situation. So all right. So this starts off. Listen to what she says. She's so stupid.
Okay.
Listen to how this starts off.
All right.
So there's like all this noise in the background. I'm gonna assume that that's her Airbnb guests.
No.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I am live.
It's the cleaning people, maybe.
I am live. All right, Molly Go Lightly, everybody's favorite.
Molly Go Lightly, everybody's favorite. She forgot what she is. Everybody's favorite what? Clown, fucking joke of YouTube. Everybody's favorite punching bag. Like what do you mean everybody's favorite?
Okay, so today during
really literally that was her sentence.
All right, I am live. Okay. I am live.
Yeah,
all right, Molly Go Lightly, everybody's favorite. Okay, so today during McRae apparently went live.
Everybody's favorite. Favorite what? Like she like doesn't even know anymore. Like she doesn't even. She's like, oh shit, wait a second, I'm nobody's favorite. Anything. Everybody's favorite. She's probably drunk.
With some news about her husband. I'm sorry that my house is very loud right now, but I can't help it. Hopefully, I can get in touch with Justin with a link of what she said.
Oh my God, I just lit my pineapple scented candle in my bedroom and I haven't walked up here. It smells very good.
I'm supposed to talk to him and go live on his, but I can't find him right now. And he won't pick his phone up. I think I do have, where can I hear a copy of this?
So wait a second. She was supposed to go live on Justin's channel, did she just say? And she's not. So instead of waiting for him to go live, because, you know, this is an emergency, and let him get the views and everything, she decides to go live and have him up on her channel so she could get the views.
Can you please pick up the phone, Justin? Can I please have a copy? He won't pick up the phone for me. She is so full of junk. He won't pick up the phone for me. I don't know where he is. I'm blocked.
Dude, like she just believes that people should be there. When she's ready to call, you should be ready to answer. Like Justin should be at her beck and call, basically. You know, she's ready to go live. He should be there just waiting for her to go live. It's like unbelievable, dude.
It's on the YouTube or Facebook, so I can't see it. Hi, everyone. So,
oh, dude.
Molly, you want my scarf? Oh, thank you.
So funny that she's like, she doesn't own any Dolce & Gabbana clothes. Only, hey, get out of there. Only like the shoes. Get off of there. Only shoes and the fucking scarf, which again is like all like the cheapest shit you could buy in any designer's, what do you call it? In anything that they make or sell, that's what she buys. Dude, could you stop touching things that don't belong to you?
I would like a chance to respond to it, but I haven't seen it yet. I was at the spa when it happened, and I was there for a very long time. And then when my family went out for dinner, I still haven't eaten out for dinner. He might be doing bedtime. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, he might have a life. He might have kids. Did she just say that she was out to dinner or something? But she didn't eat her food. So she went out to, does that make any sense? Is that what she just said? Sorry, the dog was barking and I missed it, but I remember thinking that last night. She's like, I'm out to dinner, but I didn't eat my food. Why?
Oh, thank you. I would like a chance to respond to it, but I haven't seen it yet. I was at the spa when it happened, and I was there for a very long time, and then me and my family were out for dinner. I still haven't eaten out for dinner.
How does that make sense? So you went out to dinner with your family, but you didn't eat the food while you were out to, I'm going to kill this dog. While you were out to dinner with them, right? So you went out to dinner. Get off there. You went out to dinner and you didn't eat the food. You just went out to dinner and you brought the food home with you. That makes perfect sense. But we're supposed to believe she was out to dinner with her family.
Might be doing bedtime. Yes, you're right.
Ovi, don't you start.
All right. Does anybody know where I can listen to this? You sent it.
Stop it.
The video? Okay, you sent it to me. Thank you, Glenda.
So she can't get on Dre's page. This is really funny. Okay. She can't get on Dre's page right now because she's blocked, right? She's blocked. Now, to me, this is the equivalent of somebody going into her Patreon, right? Or something like that, because she needs to see what's going on. So she'll sit there and judge people and join her Patreon, even if they don't like her. But she doesn't like Dre, and she's blocked from Dre's account on Facebook. Yet she's still trying to get in there and see what's going on. But she'll sit here and judge other people for the same thing, essentially.
You sent it to me? Where can I? Thank you so much. Where can I hear? Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is.
So she's trying to get in.
Yeah, I'm blocked. I'm blocked.
Gee, I wonder why.
If it's not, I'm blocked. For some reason, she's blocked me on Facebook. So.
For some reason, as if it's like, for some reason, she's blocked me. I can't figure out what it is. It couldn't be the fucking nonstop harassment and lying I've been doing about her, right? No, it's just like for some reason, for some unknown reason, she just decided to block me out of nowhere. It's nothing I did, though. It's not my fault. I'm not a piece of shit or anything to her. She just, out of the blue, decided to block me.
So I have no access to it.
Well, good.
Unless somebody copied it. Messenger. Yeah, she's blocked me from it.
Good for her, is what I say.
No, the problem is she's blocked me. She's getting the kids to sleep.
So maybe because you're blocked, maybe you should just let it go and not fucking watch. You know what I'm saying? That's what a normal person would do, right? According to you. But no, you do what you judge everybody else for doing. But it's okay when you do it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I figured.
Unbelievable.
I am live. I'm blocked from watching her video. Is there a place I can get it other than Facebook?
Oh my
Dre
God.
says the doctor says he has sepsis. If he has sepsis, I'm thinking that's very, very dangerous.
You think? You think? Wow. Takes a real genius to figure that one out, right?
Someone has to have.
I'm thinking if he has sepsis, it's very, very dangerous. I don't know. Like, okay.
The screen record. That's what I was thinking.
Where is my palette paper? Sorry, I'm
MGL legit faked her own. That's. I expect nothing less. Okay.
So she goes live, right? And she doesn't even have a connection to this thing that she wants to play. So instead of waiting for Justin and just letting him do it, right? Because I guess that was their original, agreement. She's like, she needs the views, she needs the money, so she needs to exploit. So she goes live, but she doesn't even have the content that she's looking to play. It's like, okay.
No, I never watched it. I can't see it unless somebody would screen record it. Yes. Yes, I'm live.
Donna, I saw that. She started a rumor that she was pregnant to make people think she's been sleeping around while her husband is sick. Absolutely. She's been saying things like, oh, Joy has a boyfriend and all these various lies that she doesn't even know if they're true. Fucking gross, dude. Oh, by the way, I got a chair, you guys, for my makeup table. By the way. Oh, sorry.
He's getting his children into bed. She didn't block Justin. She only blocked me. Not unless you create a Facebook account, I think. I don't have time to. Yeah, well, I'm blocked because apparently Dre McCray thinks I'm some sort of threat.
I don't think that's what the problem is or why she blocked you. I think it's because you've been harassing her for months on end and accusing her that she murdered her husband, okay, when he, in reality, tried to take his own life himself. And you and your other idiotic friends have been spreading misinformation and lies about her for months on end now. So, yeah, maybe that's why she blocked you. It's not that you're a threat, it's that you're a piece of shit. And why should she put up with that? Why should she put up with the harassment and the lying? Of course she blocked you. I mean, really?
It's very dangerous. Yeah, it's like blood poisonings, like poisons blood. Look at this. I'm not blocked. What if you? Well, I am.
Wow.
I thank you for everyone sending me. Send the link to someone and have them come up. Does somebody want to come up that has the link?
Look at her begging.
It can be from a bed sore. Okay. Oh, sepsis, been on antibiotics. She has filled a room full of medical supplies to get him home. Okay. Didn't she have him at home already?
Yes, and then he went septic.
So. Okay, so let's say he's coming home. Did she? Wow, donations must be pouring in. If she's going to take care of him at home. Looking hot.
Okay, this girl made enough money, okay, with her online presence. She made enough money to, I believe she said, pay her house, and they talk about it in this live. She made enough money to like pay her house for a certain period of time. So clearly, you know, she's not broke. And she's lucky, and she talked about that in one of her more recent lives, how, you know, she's lucky she's made the salary and the money that she could, that she was able to take off for the time period that she did take off. But this ass, oh, she just gets me so angry. She's so gross.
Well, I was at the spa all day
She's
long.
like jealous that like this woman's making money. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I better be looking, oh, beautiful.
Oh my God, that is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. When she takes those glasses off, it's just like, girl, put them back on. Put the glasses back on. Put them back on. Her eyes just like shrink immediately. They like little mole eyes. Like they just shrink. And all you see is these big cheeks. At least when she puts the glasses on, it like balances her face out a little bit more. Scary. This is scary. Just scary.
Oh, I smell like chocolate.
And she still looks cross-eyed. Girl, you've done nothing, but you have not fixed that problem yet.
Right?
Oh God. Thank you.
Nothing left.
Why is she always looking with her head cocked back?
She rocked. I blocked her. She's vile. I'll join. They wouldn't send him home with sepsis. Yeah, you thought right.
And if you watch and you listen to what Dre's saying, then you'll know that she wasn't sent home. He wasn't sent home, and that's not even what she's asking for. But again, let's just twist this into something that it's not, because why not, right? It gets us views.
You thought right, Mary. He probably has a bed sore. I'm a nurse, yeah. I know she hasn't had him home yet. there was a rumor.
Listen to the wild speculation that's going on. Like, he probably has a bed sore. Like, I mean, that's not that wild. Somebody who's bedbound, they're they're bound to get bed sores. It happens, okay? But that happens to anybody who's bedbound. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. What matters is the length of time that you're sitting in the bed, okay? Here's a crazy fact for people. If you're in bed for a week straight, just 1 week, you lose almost like, I believe the doctor told me, I don't remember the exact percentage, but it's pretty astonishing. It's like 25% or 30% of your muscle mass just in 1 week. 1 week, your muscle mass will go down just from being in bed and not moving at all in a bed. So, anybody who's in bed for any length of time, they're going to have problems. If there's a nurse that comes in, what they do is they will take measures to prevent bed sores the best they can. If you're in a place with good round the clock care, they're going to take measures to, reposition your body and stuff like that to prevent bed sores from happening.
Going around.
Especially if you're in a hospital, like a regular hospital, they're going to do whatever they can to prevent bed sores. Could they still happen? Absolutely. Does that mean that Marvan's not being cared for properly? No, it's just a result of, being in a bed for that length of time. And also, your weight, your body, everything comes into play there.
Well, what's crazy is there's all these comments going around saying, oh, all I know is that I've seen comments saying, oh, so happy that Marvan's getting better. I'm so happy he's making a good recovery. Excuse me. Can we all come back down to earth? Am I the only person using my brain?
What brain? What brain?
What makes you think that Marvan is coming home? Dre needs a bed for him.
Who's going to know? Here's the question, right? Who's going to know more? Yeah, exactly, Susie. Let me pin that. Not even there for her mom. She's not even there for her own mom right now, who supposedly has stage 4 cancer. Like, dude, look, I lost both my parents to cancer, and I'll tell you right now, I spent as much time as I can with both of my parents. I have nothing to regret. But if I'm just looking at it as if I didn't live in the same, area or whatever as my parents, right? And I heard that my mom had stage 4 cancer and I didn't have a job and my job was going live on YouTube. You best believe I would be fucking moving, especially in her situation, because she has no obligations at home. Her husband takes care of the kid. Her kid is 15 years old. He's pretty much self-sufficient at this time. He could drive, right? And do all these different things. He'll have his driver's license soon. So you have no obligations. You're sitting here traveling the whole rest of the world, going to fucking all these stupid things that you don't need to go to, like Jay Shetty and all this other bullshit. So not only do you have the financial means to go take off and stay with your mom for like a month, okay? You don't have any obligations at home that you really have to worry about except for going to the spa for yourself, okay? There's nothing else really that's this woman's tied down to that she really has to worry about. See, for normal people like myself, I have a kid who relies on me, depends on me. I have to bring him to practice. I go to his games. Okay, so it would be very hard for me to just uproot my life and go away for an entire month. But this woman has no ties to her house, really, okay? Except a stupid little dog, which would be taken care of, right? She doesn't clean her house, so it's not like her family is depending on, on her to be there to clean or cook or do any of those things. So, like, why wouldn't you get up and with all the money you have and all the time you have, go stay with your mom for like a month or at least a week or 2 weeks, maybe even? She hasn't done that yet. Her mom has stage 4 cancer. You do realize that means your mom's terminally ill, if that's the case, right? If that's the truth, that means your mom's not getting better more likely than not. Okay? So why would you not take advantage of the situation that you're in? And instead of going to see Jay Shetty and fucking Backstreet Boys and meet and greets here, there, and every other where and going to harass people, why don't you take time and go stay with your fucking mom? But you're going to sit here and judge a woman who's doing everything in her fucking power to get her husband home so that if he should pass, he passes in the most comfortable place that he could be, which is his home surrounded by the people that he loves. But that concept completely escapes this asshole. completely escapes this asshole because she doesn't understand love. She doesn't understand what it's like to care, truly care about anybody but herself. She's fucking gross, dude.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure she's going to be asking for a lot of things if this happens to be true. Remember,
you know what? And if she does ask for a lot of things, so what? You know what? She provided entertainment for people. She has a fan base, and she never took advantage of that fan base. But you know what? In your time of need, maybe sometimes you have to ask for help. But she's not even doing that. What she's doing right now is just getting back because so she can make more money so she could take care of her family, which she has every fucking right to do. She has every fucking right to make a living and make money, even if you don't like her, just like this fucking asshole has a right to be on here and make money. Do I think it's stupid that people pay her to run her fucking cocksucker? Yeah, I do. But she has a right to be on here and make money just like everybody else does. Fucking douche.
that she's the only person that knows of. Oh, yes, she rented a big house to bring him home. Has she showed everybody around this house? Just wondering.
Does she need to? Does she need your fucking approval? Why does she need to show everybody the house that she's living in? I didn't even fucking, dude, I was half asleep when I listened to a little bit of this last night. I didn't even realize how fucking stupid it was. She's under no obligation to show anybody this house that she's living in, especially people online. Why? So you could send people there to spy on her? Fuck out of here, dude.
Sure, she's going to be asking for a lot of money. I knew that this was coming. I said it to someone.
Does she know that that microphone's not connected and that her sound isn't going through it and hasn't been going through it for the last like fucking year? That microphone is a prop at this point in time. Why doesn't she realize this yet? I could just tell just by when she lifted it up, that just told me right there, because if it was, oh my God, dude, seriously? Oh wait, no, that's not yours. If that microphone was connected, what you would have heard was like a deep bass thud when she moved it, but instead you heard like a knocking sound on the table, which means that the sound's not going through it, okay? But she hasn't fucking realized that yet. She has not realized this whole time. Every time I listen to her, I have the same microphone, so I know. Every time I've listened to her, I could tell that her sound isn't coming through her microphone because you could hear the echo in the background. If the sound was coming directly from the microphone, the whole point of having that microphone is that it cancels out. It only has a range where it captures sound from, and you shouldn't hear that echo in the background. That's the whole purpose of having a microphone, and you could hear the echo in the background of her house. So I don't know if she's realized that yet.
But that's okay. That's okay. I saw this coming.
Unless she has the gain turned. I'm trying to look at her knobs, because if you turn the gain all the way down, right? If you turn it all the way up, I think it works this way. I forgot. It's either this way or the opposite. There's a thing called gain, right? If you turn the gain, every time you turn the gain, if you turn it high, let's just say, right, it opens the range up. So it's going to pick sound up from further away. If you turn it all the way down, it's like a sensitivity thing, basically. It'll pick up different sounds. Like people who do ASMR videos, they turn the gain all the way up. It's going to pick up every little sound, and it's going to like make the sound really loud. If you turn it down, it's going to pick up less sounds. But I'm looking at it, and it looks like it appears to be somewhere in the middle range. So yeah, it's not even plugged in.
As one would say, you can't bullshit a bullshitter, but
yeah, we know you're a bullshitter.
She's going to be needing a lot of things. Oh, but didn't she say that he's getting better? If he's got sepsis, he's definitely ain't getting better.
Dude, her eyes are like not even open at this point. Like she's so high on something. Oh my God.
I'm in her group now. Which video is it? The most recent one. I need somebody to come up and...
She looks like the fish neighbor from Rocko's Modern Life. I think that's who it is. With the big ass lips that look like they're just glued on. Like Mr. Bill, his lips are just like rolled up and glued onto his face.
Present the video. Can somebody do that? She said only in supporters she showed the house.
Stop it.
Okay. Was it nice? She wants to get an ambulance for him. That's not going to happen.
Why does it matter if the house is nice? Why does she care if this woman's house is nice? What does it matter? Is it going to make a difference in her world if the house is nice? Or does it just need to be accessible for, somebody who's sick and in a hospital bed? What does it matter how nice it is? She's so jealous of this woman. So unbelievably jealous of Dre. It's not even funny.
How long can somebody left on life support? A long time. All right, there you are, Justin.
Is he on life support? I thought he was off like ventilators and shit. Is he on life support? Because I don't think they keep people on life support that long. But
what are you doing?
What do I know?
She's back on social media, like nothing. And everyone is so accepting. I'm like, wow. No, he won't come down with sepsis. Well, she's a doctor, right? She's like a shaman. I don't cure everything. I'm Dr. Dre.
Yes, I'm looking at my microphone right now. Her gain's like somewhere in the middle. And then it's not plugged in. It wouldn't be picking up the echo in the background. Stop it! Oh, you little fuck! Give me that, you little asshole. Dude, don't start it.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
Grab my nail stickers off the table. We kill this dog. Good. Now I'm glad it's stuck to your mouth.
So she's renting a house.
Oh, she's eating. We're going to have to fast forward. We have to fast forward. I cannot listen to this woman eat.
She has no idea how to.
Because she's clearly.
All right, Justin comes on.
Or
finally.
not. I'm not going to play like the.
By the way, I'm not listening to this whole thing, so don't worry.
This. Thank God.
She's such an asshole, this woman. Get out of there.
So here it is. I don't know if I need to mute or not.
Now Justin's sound is coming through a microphone. Do you see how crisp his sound is? You don't hear any echoing in the background or anything. His is coming from a microphone. Hers is not.
I'm not going to play like the first bit because it's got it's like the first minute, but you got to see the first minute because she's clearly. I'm not.
Let's just remember, is she acting a little crazy here? Okay, sure. But her job, Dre, just like MGL's, is to entertain people. This is how she makes money. Okay. So, her coming on here with her personality that she needs to put on, just like news people, just like TV actors and actresses, right? They still have to make money and they still have to work and support their families. So even when they're going through tragedies, okay, they have to put on that persona and just do what they have to do. I mean, even regular people, right? When you work, you still have to go to work. You still have to function in life, even when you're going through things. This fucking asshole, funny enough, she's doing just that, right? Because her mom supposedly has stage 4 cancer, lung cancer right now, which is like one of the hardest cancers to cure, especially if you're that advanced, right? And she's just going about her life, right? Does she seem the least bit affected by what her mom's going through right now? I mean, if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know her mom was going through that by the way she's acting. But she's going to sit here and judge somebody else in the way that they're acting who's going through a tragedy. It's like unbelievable.
I'm going to play because it's got a song on it. I don't want to screw up your monetization.
Get out of here.
Look at this. What the f?
Oh, he's going to kill you. Stop. Stop it. Also, here's the other thing. Here's the other unfortunate thing, right? When you're going through a situation, her husband's been like that, since July, right? So you got July, August, September, October, November, was it May? I'm sorry, May. It's almost been a full year that this guy's been in this situation, right? This happened around the time I got my dog. My dog's almost a year old, okay? So it's almost been a full year that this guy's been in this situation. And unfortunately, you adapt to the situation and this just kind of becomes a part of your life and who you are. So, she's used to going through it now. It's not like when it first happened, and it is what it is. Not that she's not worried. It's just that life has to go on, you know, unfortunately. She still needs to make a living and support her family. And right now she's the only person who could do so. And this is what she's done for a living. So it's what she needs to continue to do. Or she could go get some fucking job at McDonald's and make minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the choice that she has in her life. And crazy things happen to people, like when people are going through tragic things. Everybody acts differently. Some people might really, like, literally might go kind of crazy and just act totally out of character. Like, there's so many variables at play here. It's just she's such an asshole.
Yeah, really.
There's just
Oh my goodness! I just wanted to say
it's Duray, my Karay. Oh.
Hold on, I think I need to.
Justin's coming out of his little shell.
Can you?
Oh, can you turn on? Oh. Is that good? I'm so happy. You know what? Let me tell you why.
You know, I don't know if this is like also just within the confines of her little like private group or whatever, but.
Okay, where's my supporters? Okay, let me text them and tell them come through. Oh shoot, I don't think I'm signed in on this.
Yeah, think of all the harassment she's also went through. Good point. You know, on top of this. Yeah, justice for no one. Exactly. Yeah, think of all the fucking harassment she's endured. Dude, I'm gonna kill this dog. Get away from there, jerk. Do you just gonna this down again? Dude. I took one of my fish tanks out of the house the other day. My husband, I told him, put it in the garage. Where do you think my fish tank is right now? It's not in the garage. It's sitting on the back step. The dog just broke it. So now it's fucking garbage. Oh my God. I'm going to kill this guy. All right. Sorry. Let me press play here while I try to fucking fix this.
Fuck out. I'm so happy.
Get out of here. Now.
He's high. That's what that kratom does. It's exactly what it does, Marissa.
Sure is.
When I took it the one time, like there's no.
Oh, wait a second. Justin takes kratom? You mean Mr. Pure Justin dabbles in kratom?
It makes you.
I just straightened my hair and I seriously feel.
They're acting like she's smoking crack, bro, or taking meth. Like, kratom's fully legal in like most states. So it's like, it's not like she's taking some illicit fucking illegal drug. She's literally taking something that's sold in almost every state legally. Is it right? It is what it is. But it's probably the equivalent of smoking weed, you know, if it's being sold legally. But they're acting like she's taking crystal meth.
Like I cheated on myself because.
Like when you're on the kratom,
it's kratom, you fucking idiot, not kratom.
Makes you feel like there is not a care in the world.
Alcohol could make you feel like there's not a care in the world. Weed can make you feel like there's not a care in the world. So why are you about to have painkillers from the doctor? Shit, I take them, they make you feel like there's not a care in the world. Xanax can make you feel like there's not a care in the world. So what is the big fucking deal, dude? If she's using something to cope and get through a fucking really hard time. Shut up, Justin, you fucking idiot.
What's wrong with her?
Doesn't this guy sell this shit? Give me a fucking break. Yeah, the diet pills can make you feel like that. This guy's acting like again, they're taking this kratom stuff that's legal. Okay, that's perfectly 100% legal. I've never taken it personally, so I don't know what the effects are. But it's not like she's running around on like fucking ecstasy right now. Then I'd be like, okay, that's a little problematic because anybody who's ever taken ecstasy, you're on a 14-hour fucking journey, okay? When you take that shit, or she dropped a tab of acid or something. Kratom's like an herb. It's not going to do that to you.
Mental.
Just wait.
I had literally the cutest curls.
And by the way, if you watch her old footage, this is how she acts. This is just who she is. If you watch her oldest videos from years ago, before she even started taking the kratom, this is how she acts.
And today I wanted to cut my hair, cut my bangs, and then I just ended up.
She's got children.
And then I straightened it. And
she's got children. Girl, you're like high right now. You have a child. What's your excuse? She cut her hair and she's like, oh my God, she has children. Like, it's so dramatic.
Now I feel like, you're not in support is right. I know, because I got a message and I got a little bit of things to say, and I need the people in the back to hear. That's why I'm public.
To be honest with you, I think Dre looks better than she has in before this all happened. Like, weight-wise, she put on a little weight. She looks a little bit more healthy. But, these assholes.
I want to say with that, Dre, Macra, if that is what you want the people in the back to hear, then you need to unblock them, sister. Okay.
Justin, you are a douche. You are a fucking douche. You're not even important enough. Well, it looks like she's smelling her own breath. You're not even important enough for your friend to put up on screen. Look at how the whole screen is her. If this doesn't shout like how insecure she's feeling right now with this woman on screen, you guys notice that she put Dre really small and made herself really big and took Justin off?
Oh my God.
I told y'all behind closed doors, but the people need to know. Oh, no, for real. But like, I feel like legit people need to know this. Like, in all seriousness, whenever
they act like she's acting completely crazy right now, dude. Like, she's fine.
Me and my family are talking and we're talking about like really serious stuff, we will say code red. It's just indicating like I'm over here dancing and happy and whatever, but code red, it is about something serious. I'm happy because you will find out. But
Nurse is about to really have an anxiety attack.
Hold on, let me send a text. I'm so
I feel bad because there's something wrong with her.
Come to my live.
Yeah, there's something wrong with her. Her husband's in a fucking coma, basically, right? In a vegetative state after trying to kill himself, okay? And she was harassed relentlessly online for fucking almost a year now. So yeah, there's something wrong with her, maybe. I think she's handling it pretty fucking well, to be honest with you.
Now.
And I'm not even a fan of this girl, okay? I'm just looking at it objectively as somebody who doesn't know, or subjectively, somebody who doesn't even know, her personally, never followed her. I'm just looking at it from a human standpoint where, she went through some really serious shit, and I think she's handling it the best she can.
Oh.
All right, I'm putting you guys down for a second. I gotta grab some.
Nuts. He's nothing. What is it? Nothing fucks or something like that.
I don't know where to start. Like, because if you're just watching, you're going to be very, very confused. So I will give the update now. And then anybody who hasn't been here and doesn't know anything about anything, I will fill you in a little bit at the end. Okay? Okay. Yesterday, I had a meeting at the hospital. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 7.
So here's my question. Why does MGL even have to watch this? Like, at this point, why does she even care anymore? You know what I'm saying? Why are you watching this? If you're so sure that this man isn't going to get better, why are you even watching this anymore? You know what I'm saying? What value is this to you if you're so sure and so sold on the fact that this man's never coming out of this, and you'll hear her say something about letting him die or some shit, which it doesn't sound like that's out of the realm of possibilities for her. Oh, thank you, Orion Artist. Oh, watch MGL what she does with her scarf. It's quick but sick. Where's that, girl? Did I pass it?
People total 5 medical professionals were in my husband's room.
That's it. Nothing but.
Because first, my man's gonna be coming home. The only reason, which is another thing.
Okay, so listen to what she says here, because you're gonna hear how they twist it. Okay, I was listening to this with my eyes closed last night, so I had no, you know what I'm saying? I had like no visuals or anything like that. I didn't know what was going on the screen. I'm just listening to the words that are being said, and I feel like when your eyes are closed and you listen to something, you kind of soak it in a little more in some ways. And I was listening to her very closely, but listen to how they start twisting what she's saying.
That, you know, people thought, how could she put her man in a care home? How is he in a nursing
Why is this woman using a fork when she's like still using her hands? Because she's like a sloppy, nasty fucking cow when she eats.
home? That was literally what you were supposed to think and feel about me, you know?
Why is the food that she eats never like anything that I could even recognize? Like, what is that a carrot? What did she just put in her mouth?
No, that was not.
No,
Yeah, man,
not us, babe, not us.
We need to talk
She's
about
not
that.
talking to
man,
us. Listen, I'm not flattered.
What is
She's
she
not
doing?
talking about us.
Oh, I see what she's doing with the scarf. She's trying to straighten it out so you guys can see that it says Dolce & Gabbana, I think that's what it says. She's trying to flatten it out so everybody can see what the name brand is. Wow. Because she's got a flex.
Probably talking about
Subtle flex right there.
somebody else.
But
And just like FYI, they sell like Dolce & Gabbana scarves that like Saks off Fifth. Like they're not all that unobtainable, you know? It's like a wow. Hold on. No way I want to see it. See what? Hold on. I need to press play.
I mean, that's exactly where he needed to be. Oops.
Of course. She's not talking about us. I mean, there's lots of people talking
Because-
about her.
Whoa, what do you mean? What happened? Tell me. Do we need to go to her
Yeah.
People
Instagram?
talking about her. If it's not just us two, she's probably directing these comments at other people. We're not the only channels, you know, talking about
What are you
her.
doing?
Let her talk. She's
What are you doing?
talking about someone else. I have no idea who she's talking
Get
to.
off
I
the
mean,
couch.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
any mother that could see what her son and her
What time is it?
daughter-in-law are doing
Stop.
for the sake of one's health, like that is a reason to rejoice and not cause more hardships on the family. That is what you don't add to people's plates of people who are
Sorry, but this girl is fucking, she's evil.
That is something
Evil.
that
She is.
you don't want to sow because
Bro, like the way she picks that crucifix up and uses it like this is like just making a fucking mockery out of religion constantly. So stupid. Why does she have that thing sitting on her table anyway?
because you will reap.
Guys, if y'all knew behind the
Don't do
scenes
that.
what a I mean, I know y'all know like above the scenes, but behind the
Above the
scenes, if
scenes.
y'all
You mean in front of the scenes, you idiot? The opposite of behind is in front, Justin. The opposite of above is below. You're an idiot.
knew how she plays her audience, like you would just
Because Justin knows. Now you're going to hear Justin say a bunch of shit, acting like he fucking has some inside scoop. Now, we all know who their quote unquote insiders are, right? It's all people who don't talk to this woman and don't have any information, no connection, cannot speak to doctors, and cannot speak to anybody involving Marvin. And then here's the really funny part. Anybody who's actually getting updates, they have to be coming through Dre. So it doesn't even make any sense. That's the only place you could get updates from is from Dre. His family hasn't been to see him. So we know that the updates aren't coming from his family. So all these updates that he's supposedly getting, they're all coming from her anyway.
I mean, there's things I
The
gotta tell you.
people that follow her and believe the shit that she says, she's truly,
You know what I've realized? I've realized this in the last couple of days. Molly Golightly, the reason that she focuses on Michelle is because, and really think about this, right? It took Michelle It took Michelle. She can't do it to me. She can't do it to, I'll even put Tiffany in there, okay? She can't do it to me. She can't do it to Tiffany. Fuck, I'll even put Laura in there. I'll even put fucking Laura in there. There is literally nobody that's previously been on YouTube that is more fucking messy than she is as a human being, right? They're so far, of all the people, as messy as Laura is, right? And other people have been that have come along. There's actually nobody that she actually deems messier than herself that she could go on and on about because their lives are so messy, right? Just the same way we can to her because she's so fucking messy. Her life is so messy. Everything about her is a fucking disaster, okay? Even though she tries to make it look like she has it all together, we all know that it's a disaster, okay? Normal people don't go get arrested for fucking stealing from strippers. Normal people don't do the things that she does, okay? So she finally found somebody who's more of a fucking train wreck than her, and that would be Michelle. And that's why she obsesses over Michelle. Then you have Dre, and not that I think that Dre's a train wreck. You know, this is a different type of situation. Dre has what she wants, which is a really big following, okay? A personality that people actually like. You know what I'm saying? And she went about this whole thing. She built her community and her lifestyle the right way. If you're going to go on social media, she's somebody you should look to. Am I into the MLM shit? No. But you know what? It helped her build a presence. She did makeup. She has a talent. She has an actual talent that people actually enjoy. That's why you'll notice MGL ripping her apart over her makeup, the brands that she owns. When this video is over, go to my community section. I posted a video by Marlene Estelle. If you don't know who Marlene Estelle is, Marlene Estelle was one of the first makeup influencers on YouTube to really hit it big. And from that, she was able to build a brand called Makeup Geek. Sorry, excuse me. I'm like tripping over my words here. Okay. As somebody who's tried tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of different eyeshadows, to this day, Makeup Geek remains my favorite brand that I've ever used because consistently, it's always just been good. I haven't tried an eyeshadow from her brand that I didn't like or that didn't perform exactly like every other eyeshadow that I've tried from her brand, which is really hard to do. Even with some of the other brands I love, like Anastasia, I think that they make really good eyeshadows. And for the most part, they stayed consistent until they made the Renaissance palette. But their palettes are usually pretty consistent, right? Lorac, they make pretty consistent eyeshadows. But then you get brands like Too Faced, right? Whereas like some of their eyeshadows, like the chocolate palette, the original one is fantastic. Then they came out with other versions, they're not as good. Or Urban Decay, when they were an independent company, the original Naked palette's amazing. Then they got bought out by L'Oreal and the quality just went down of the eyeshadows, right? Makeup Geek's one of the most consistent. Now, what happened with Makeup Geek went under during COVID because of supply chain issues and everything like that. And so she decided to close down the company, okay, which happened to a lot of companies. We all know that, right? But she developed and built Makeup Geek from the ground up. And she talks about in this video that I shared in my community page about all the different manufacturers and how you're paying for brand names, okay? It's called the secrets that the beauty industry doesn't want you to know. And she goes into all these things, okay? And the makeup, the formulations, they're all pretty much the same. They're all made by the same labs. I've been telling you guys this for years. You don't have to believe me. Listen to somebody who's actually in the makeup industry, who actually created a brand. And she'll tell you that when you're buying Tom Ford, you're paying for Tom Ford. You're literally paying for the name and the packaging. You're not the formulations are usually the same because they're all made by the same labs. MAC, Wet n Wild, same lab. Same lab makes them. So just know that. The labs make the formulas and sell the formulas to the companies. That's how it works. She explains it. So this fucking idiot sits here and she's like, oh, her and her garbage NYX makeup. Her garbage NYX makeup. I don't know who owns NYX. I don't know what their parent company is, but I guarantee you I know it was independently owned at one time, but I'm pretty sure they sold to a bigger company. And that's why we're finding them in more drugstores. As to back in the day, NYX was only sold in certain places. It was more of like an indie brand. Now it's more mainstream and you're seeing it everywhere. CVS, Walmart, Target carries it, Ulta, right? Back in the day, it was only sold at like certain private drugstores, and then like Ulta started carrying it, and then after Ulta started carrying it and makeup influencing became a thing, that's when Nick started to become more popular and commercialized. But anyway, she has no idea what she's talking about, but she's jealous, so she can't pick on Dre's makeup skills, so she has to pick on Dre's makeup, like, because she's so jealous of this woman and the fact that she actually has a fucking talent. Sorry, that was a long tangent, but just want to get that out.
I mean, you can't help but cry and feel so bad for the victim, which is truly these children and Marvon. Satan's got a hold over this man in a coma.
I don't think it's not Vaughn, it's her.
No,
it's her
I said Satan's got a hold of him. A hold of him. Because she's
you mean
clearly
her, Satan. Okay.
Yeah, I mean she's boom.
She's his wife and caretaker. What do you mean? Of course she has all the decision making. That's how it goes. When somebody gets sick, if they're married, typically, okay, if their marriage is in good standing, right, then the spouse would be the caretaker in that situation. That's typically how it goes. If the spouse is no longer there, it would either fall to one of the children or a parent or sibling, okay? The children are old enough, okay, if they're adult children. So what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Of course she has a hold on this man. It's her husband, and she has every legal right to be making decisions with him right now when he's incapacitated. It's called fucking healthcare proxy or medical power of attorney. Are you fucking like that stupid? Who else is supposed to be making this decision? His mother who put him up for adoption and signed away her fucking rights to him? No, that's not how it works, girl.
Right there, I want to burn the cross into her forehead right now and go.
Look at how they're twisting all this. They're twisting everything.
Like, it's really bad. It's really bad.
That was profound. Like, it's really bad. It's like, really bad.
That she still controls him.
Of course she fucking controls him, you fucking idiot. Justin, guess what? If something happened to you and you became incapacitated, guess who would be your caretaker? Your husband, if you're legally married. Your partner, whatever the fuck. If Molly Golightly became incapacitated, which she's like one step, okay? She's one step away from being mentally incapacitated. Guess who would take care of her? Walter. Walter would be her caretaker. So of course she's controlling his life because he can't make decisions for himself right now. You fucking idiots. But they're not going to tell their audience that. So they're just going to sit there and mislead it and make it like she's this control freak. Fucking crazy people, dude.
And the man is basically, he's literally trapped in whatever mind he has left. It's sad. It's literally
The saddest.
So
yeah.
You're literally just
of
making
course,
shit up.
I walked my husband home. The only reason why he was in a care home was because I'm not from here. Tucson is not my city, bro. I come from Yuma. When my husband was flown out from Yuma to Tucson, grabbed my children, my dogs, and I left.
Stop it.
And my RV. It wasn't immediately, but eventually I had to go get it. So while we're here, give me 1 second.
Get off. Off.
Okay, so my RV was not a place for Bond to be. He's in he's bedbound. He has a
His RV.
Okay, so she's sitting here now. This makes perfect sense. She's saying an RV is not a place for him to be if she's bringing him home in the condition that he's in. That's just common sense, right? She would need to have a house because a hospital bed, which she's going to need to be in for the reasons we talked about earlier, right? Bed sores and all these other things that it's going to take care of this man and make sure that he's as comfortable as possible. An RV is just not an idea. Get off the couch. Dude, I'm going to kill you. Stop it. Oh my God. Sorry. He's like obsessing over chewing my cushions up now because he didn't ruin my couch enough by, did I tell you guys, he grabbed a bottle of fucking blue pigment that I had for my, what do you call it? Resin stuff, and chewed it up on my couches. And there was blue powder, pigment powder all over. Now I have to put my chairs on my couches. Dude, you're like killing me right now. Yeah. Blue pigment powder all over my couches. My couches are destroyed. My nice couches that I paid for myself.
A whole hole through his like this.
But anyway, sorry. She's talking about having to go rent a house, okay? But she doesn't care about her husband, right? But she's going out of her way to rent a house. And you'll hear her talk about this in a few seconds. She's going to talk about how she had to get a tool shed so that she could put medical supplies, whatever medical supplies she needs in there, which is probably just like gauze and, bedding, stuff like that, okay? Extra saline, whatever the fuck it is that she needs that could be stored in there, okay? But she doesn't care about this man, right? That's how they're trying to paint it right now. But she's doing everything in her power that she can to get this guy home, okay? Because first of all, it's very costly to have somebody in one of those homes, especially if you're not insured. And I know that he's a disabled veteran, and so he might have some benefits, but I don't know how much that covers as far as, staying in one of those homes for any length of time. So she's trying to do the best thing that she can for this man at this point, or what she feels is the best thing.
Just like that. That's where his airway is from now.
First of all, what's a whole hole?
He's not on the ventilator. That man is strong. Okay? That man is strong.
Oh, and here's another thing. Hospitals are only going to keep you in the hospital so long as there's a medical need, right? Once they get you stabilized, then you either could go to a nursing facility, a rehab center, or home, okay? Or then you could still go home. And this is what these assholes don't understand. Because again, neither one of them has ever taken care of somebody in a condition like this or anything close to it, because they're like fucking children. You would think Justin would know, because it seems to me from some of the shit he says, especially in this, that I don't know if he's a hospice nurse or he worked with hospice at one point in time. But, you would know that in some cases, you could go home and still receive the same level of care, round the clock care, that you would in a facility. Okay, there's home nurses, there's visiting nurses. In fact, Molly Golightly has 2 of them staying in her bed and breakfast right now. Okay, so that's what those people do. They will come to your house. They will work in shifts. My grandmother had one. When she had Alzheimer's, she had a nurse that came, and they switched off in different shifts. One person worked during the day, one person worked at night, and they kept rotating shifts. So you think these people would know this, but they're acting like she wants him to come home and she's going to be his full-time nurse. In the condition that he's in, that's very obvious that that's not going to probably happen right now. She's still going to need help from other people, but she just wants to get him home. And he was home prior to going into the hospital. So it's not that far out of reach from what I understand, right? He was home before he went into the hospital just this last time.
He was at a care home because I didn't have a home.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was at a home.
Abused
okay.
At the care home, and he almost lost his life. He went to the hospital.
And listen, I don't know about the abuse or anything else that she's claiming here, but this does happen, and it's a very, very common thing. There's elder abuse, and there's all sorts of abuse that happens in these homes. And to be honest with you, my best friend's dad was in one of those homes where they took care of him a couple of summers ago. They found a neighbor, found him passed out, in the house, and he was not in a good shape. Okay. And so he ended up in the hospital. And then from there, they sent him to a rehab place. And then they sent him to what is essentially a nursing home. Right. And he was there until the day he died recently. Okay. I think it was actually almost a year ago, right, when he passed away. They don't take the best care of you in those places. And it's kind of well known, right? They do the bare minimum to keep you alive. Even in the hospital, you always need somebody advocating for you. Just because you're in a hospital, there's only a certain amount of nurses, and especially now, hospitals and these care facilities are understaffed. All right, after COVID, a lot of people left the healthcare industry, just due to the stress or whatever, right? Or some of the sanctions that they were having on, vaccines and everything like that. So it's very hard, especially now, to find quality healthcare workers in these, and especially in these places. Okay. They're not known for, it's kind of like a last resort to have a family member in one of these places, right? Ideally, as a family member who cares, you want to have your family member home. I know I would. I know that would be my main objective, would to get my family member as stable as possible to the point where they could come home. Okay. Not just because of the expenses, but just because that they're going to get the best care in your house. And people might not think that, but that's the truth, because you know why? The people in your house actually care about you. The people in these homes and in these hospitals, they don't give a shit. You're just another patient in a bed. They're not emotionally connected to you. They don't care about you. I've been through this, dude. I've been through it. You don't want to have a family member in a home like this. It's not the most ideal situation. Okay. So if they could get him stable enough where they can establish a routine, he doesn't need any extra care or anything like that. And they could get him stable enough to the point where, they could show her how to do his feeding tube, and they can maybe have a visiting nurse that comes in, and that's going to be his life for the rest of his life, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But these fucking assholes, they just don't understand anything, these people. They really don't. Sad.
Hospital, which he is there now. And tomorrow, it will be one entire month in the hospital. And his health continues to decline there. Eventually, I will talk about all the things that...
Wait a second. Are you talking about Nick Carter, Donna Baird? Sorry, I was just rereading your comment. Is that who you were talking about? Oh my God, I'm going to kill this dog right now. Sorry.
He
has
gone through at the hospital.
I'll never
all the
believe
things
you.
that I've gone through, but not right now.
Trust me, when my mom was in the hospital for the last month, I was the one who was like, the nurses, you ring the bell, right? And the nurses, they don't come for like 20 minutes, man. Sometimes a half hour, and you're sitting there in pain. So it always helps to have a family member there who's like able to talk for you when you're in pain, or, not in your right frame of mind like you normally would be. So she's doing nothing wrong right here. I mean, this is just so sick. These fucking assholes. Molly Golightly has no fucking clue what it is like to care for another human being, because once a human being, as we could clearly see, becomes ill and incapacitated in a sense, they're fucking useless to her. They're useless to her. Her mother serves no purpose in her life anymore because she's sick. So, why go see her? She's sick. She can't sit there and fluff her ego up, because right now when you're sick and when you become sick like that, everything becomes about you and your illness, and she can't handle it clearly.
Right now,
Stop.
I told the people at the hospital, my goal is to find a house I can bring my husband home to. That's my goal. That's my ultimate. That's always been. I would never intentionally oh, you know what? No.
What is this? What is going on right here? Yo, she really looks like those twins. Those twins. Look at her sucking her cheeks in right there. Checking herself out. Can we just rewind that? Hold on. Let me take this comment off the screen. Let me take this comment off the screen. No, she has no empathy. She doesn't even know what that is. Look at her fucking admiring herself in her screen, making these faces. Watch. She's so insecure.
I would never intentionally
look at her. Look at how she's admiring herself with the sucked in cheeks. She so bad. She just got caught in the fucking most awkward moment where she's comparing herself to Dre right now, sucking her cheeks in. Oh, what would I look like if I didn't have this fucking big fucking jaw? Oh my God, this is fucking
always
hilarious.
been. I would never intentionally oh, you know what? No, I don't want to take care of my man. Put him in a house. Put him in a home, somebody else. Absolutely not. And I'm not saying it's bad if other people do it. That's just not me. I would never.
She's totally admiring herself.
Anybody who's watched me would know that. Even people that don't like me know that. The only people that would say.
What happened?
She's never talked about bringing him home for a week
Hold on a second.
and taking him back. She's never even talked about that.
Otherwise, are people that have never watched me. And it shows. So when I got a house, they weren't like, oh, let's send him home. It was a whole lot of other things. And so all the things that we've been through has been like, bros, draining to say the least.
I'm sure it has been. Anytime you have a family member in the hospital, it's draining.
Finally, yesterday, we had a meeting in Vaughn's room with 5 different medical professionals. And I was told that in that meeting, we are going to go over discharge for Vaughn so he can come home. For about the first 30 minutes.
I don't disbelieve that because they do that a lot in the hospital. When you're in the hospital, there's like 40 different doctors coming in and out of the room. You don't know who's who, you know, and it gets very confusing. And I've been in this boat before where, you know, when my mom was in the hospital, where they tell us we're having a meeting about one thing and then something else would happen and the whole thing would change. So like, this is not out of the norm for the hospital.
Of the conversation, most of it was about the doctors wanting to let me know that they believe that Vaughn is going to pass. The first 30 minutes of it.
And that's extremely sad if that's the case.
So while I'm there, like making progress, you know, I went to Harbor Freight, which I'm saying it wrong before. Before it was saying Harbor Freight. It's not freight, it's freight. So I went to Harbor Freight and I was like, bro, give me a tool shed. Like I want, my baby got medical supplies. Okay, come with me.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
another tool shed.
That wouldn't have been a thing unless he just made it a thing right there.
Wrong words, Dre. Wrong words. Wrong words.
Wow.
Hey, let me show you said medical supplies. Like, bro, I got things.
So there you go. I didn't even know she was showing this in the background.
For my baby, okay? Like, I got stuff that I need to organize, his medication, his box stuff. I got his bed, like.
So she's taking measures to take care of this guy at home if she has to. And now the doctors are telling her that he might pass.
There are things I need to put together, but his medical supplies, I mean, it's a lot. So I want to make sure when my man gets here, anything he needs, oh, it's in that drawer, it's over here, it's there. I don't want to be pulling nothing out of boxes, out of bags, because I don't want him to want for anything. And I don't want to mess up as his caregiver, okay? I want to be the best of the best for my baby. Nothing less.
So she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. God forbid Drake calls a tool chest a tool shed. God forbid she takes measures to take care of this guy. Oh my God. Yeah, good on her. She's probably a lot more prepared than so many other people are.
So I got a generator. I got
dude, let me tell you something. I was impressed when she was going through this list of all these things that she did to prepare for him to come home. Obviously, she was under the impression that he was going to come home. Things happen. He could have taken a turn for the worst or whatever. But I'm pretty impressed. I mean, she even went to go, she had the forethought to go and get a generator for this, like just in case the power went out, you know, like that's, tell me this woman doesn't care about her husband. As crazy as she might fucking seem, she cares about this man deeply. She's going to extreme measures and putting a lot of thought into his care. I mean,
tool shed to put all the medical supplies. And then I go take off to the meeting. And for 30 minutes, it is about how he has he has an infection, he's septic, and he's not gonna, you know, and that he's gonna. And so while the doctors are telling me.
She doesn't want to say the words he's gonna pass, and I don't blame her because that's a hard thing to say.
I'm like, okay, like I'm receiving the information, okay, but you're not gonna see, oh no, oh my God, oh no. Thank you for telling me. Your like their job is to inform family members him, which they can't inform him because he won't be able to speak back, but they can inform me. And then with that, then we can move forward. So thank you. I received the information. Now let's go back to talking about what we came here for, which is him leaving. Because in no way, shape, or form am I going to accept that outcome. No.
This is pretty typical of somebody in her situation to not want to accept this as a wow, a generator for what? To put Vaughn back in the shed. And she pinned that. She's a piece of shit. But this is a typical reaction for somebody in her situation to be feeling that way. In denial, not
So
wanting
I
to accept
can
it.
confirm with you that Vaughn's eyes are open. They are open.
How is Justin confirming this?
And they do move around. He does move his eyes and he does turn his neck. That is a 100% assurance that I can tell you.
How does Justin know this? How does he know this? The only way he could be getting this information is from her.
Now, he can't speak or anything, obviously, but his eyes is open. And
His eyes is open. He's sitting here correcting her English, but then he's saying shit like his eyes is open.
Now, he does have an infection, and she's going to tell you how bad the infection is and stuff. But 90
What an
days,
amazing existence.
right? 90 days can tell you that, and other people in this chat, you know, unfortunately, with his condition, infections are honestly just a part of the existence.
Yeah, they are for somebody who's bedridden.
It is just part of the existence. You get rid of the infection, one comes back. I mean, obviously, when you have feeding tubes and everything else, and you're very immunosuppressed.
Oh my God, today, Justin.
You know, these things happen. And 90 days would be a really good one to come up if she has time.
We need to speed Justin up. He talks so slow. This guy, it's like unbearable.
He didn't go in with a blood infection.
whoops.
Oh no, he went in for severe dehydration. But I knew the longer he stays in that hospital, the more vulnerable and susceptible he is to infections, and that's exactly what happened.
I love how, is that Laura's Janelle?
Over a week.
I love how Laura's people like hate Molly lately, and then when Laura likes her, they like her. It's like so weird.
And his white blood cell count, white blood
Something
cell
medicine.
I'm watching the money roll in. $20 super chat.
And she used to not believe in.
So yesterday they wanted to tell me he's septic. He's gonna. And I'm like, they're saying it in many different ways just so that I understand. But I don't need to hear like 5 different times in order for me to understand. I understood the first time. Just because I'm not over here crying, or just because I'm
Wait a second.
Just because I'm not.
It's going to be the ultimate. Wait, hold on.
Just because I understood the first.
Hold on a second. It's going to be the ultimate Munchausen's. They didn't spell that right. They butchered that word. By proxy. Not sure how to spell that. She'll be in complete control again. She's in complete control because the guy is incapacitated. You see what they're doing now? The idiots in her chat are saying the same thing. How could this be Munchausen by proxy? He's actually in a fucking coma. Doesn't even make sense. These people are so dumb.
Just because I'm not over here crying, or just because I'm like, oh no, or now I'm making plans for his DEA, I'm not making plans because we didn't come this far just to come this far. This is not the end of the road for my baby. That absolutely not. No. So after like 5 times, I'm like, okay, I was under the assumption that this meeting was so we could go over how to get my husband discharged so he can come home.
No, they don't.
So if it was about anything else, I was not made aware. And after I said that, then finally we went on to talk about how to get him home. Okay, because I don't accept that. No. I don't believe he's septic. Absolutely not. I believe a white blood cell count can raise for many reasons.
Okay, this is where she does sound a little crazy. Okay. Typically, if your white blood cell count is high, it's usually first and foremost a sign of some type of infection going on in your blood. But it could be it could be, yeah, different reasons, but first and foremost, your white blood cells are what fight off infections. So that's why it goes so high. Usually a sign that there's, some type of infection somewhere in your body, but clearly they probably did other tests. And, she's in denial here, and that's really sad. It's kind of sad to see her in this denial, but most likely, I mean, the doctors aren't going to make this shit up. If they say he's septic, then he's more likely than not septic.
Okay,
Okay, I just have to say right there, that's delusional. White blood counts can raise for many different reasons. Yes, it can. If you have, like a cut, that gets infected, which obviously
which is an infection, Justin. You sound like an idiot right now.
He has holes in his body to keep him alive, feeding tubes or to get fed and everything else. But he is septic. She even says it again, but she's like, no, I don't accept it. But then she's like, he's septic. Just keep listening.
So Justin already watched this, clearly.
And then sometime in the conversation, because my mom was there, and I'm glad, because she saw that we are a united front. Does the sound keep coming out for anyone? I can hold it. I can hold the phone in case it's, yeah. Let's do, yeah.
Oh my God, this is tough to sit and watch.
Obviously being septic is like, I'm not saying it's not. I just want y'all to know, because although he has an infection, septic, telling me he's been on 2 different antibiotics, it's not working. We're going to have to add another, okay.
I see a girl that's really desperate right now, and she probably doesn't have that many people in her real life, or she's just sick of talking to the people in her real life. So she's going to a place that she used to go for comfort, which is her social media. And she's talking to these people because she's trying to process what she heard today in this meeting, which was clearly not very good news.
Okay, add another one. Let's keep it moving. This does not change him being full code, okay? This does not change him being full code at all. If something were to happen, you make sure that you do everything you can to save his life. Period. That is not changing.
That's the one thing that's a little, sad about this situation. And it's not just him. It's anybody who's in that situation, especially if he obviously planned on taking his life that day. Okay. So is it controversial when it comes down to taking life-saving measures for somebody? He's young. You know what I'm saying? If she had any intentions of harming this guy, she wouldn't be trying to do everything she can to save his life in this situation. Because right now, his quality of life, unfortunately, is not going to be the best, even if he lives. And it's so sad, but that's what happens. When you love somebody, you want to keep them around no matter what, regardless. If I could have kept my mom, even in the horrible condition that she was in the last month of her life, if I could have kept her here for years, I would have, just because I didn't want to say goodbye to her. It just wasn't ready, and it's sad because, in all reality, his quality of life is just, there is none at this point in time. And it's really sad. But she's trying to do whatever she can to save his life, and he doesn't really have a say. And I'm sure there was nothing put in place because, when you get older and you're sick, my mom had time to put something in place that should she require, to be put on a ventilator or something, she doesn't want to be put on that. Some people have time to make those decisions and some don't. And in his case, he didn't have time to make that decision. And so she's making it for him. And, who's to say, is it a selfish decision? Of course it is, on her part, because she loves him and she just wants to keep him here. And that's what we all want to do when we love somebody. But it's sad, nonetheless,
So,
but these people have no empathy for this situation at all. It's weird because they pretend they have empathy for his family. But then when it comes to the wife who's actually involved and the one taking care of him and the one making the decisions, or in their heads controlling, right, things, the empathy is just completely out the window, non-existent.
A little while ago, a few months ago, Vaughn went septic. He coded. He did code. And they got him back.
How does Justin know this? How does this guy know this?
And obviously he's alive. And she just said, you know, if he goes full code again, you do everything you can to bring him back. Which is the irony of what she says here in just a little bit, because she says, you know, if he's ready to go, you know, I'm okay with that. But she says like different things. Totally.
Wrong with her.
Because she's probably really fucking confused right now.
There always has been.
Yes, she is. She needs power and control. It's obsession.
It's obsession. She's obsessed with keeping her husband alive. She's obsessed with trying to get her life back to the way it was before this happened. What is the obsession, the power and control? She's his caretaker. She should be obsessed with taking care of him. Wow.
It's not a healthy obsession either.
They're fucking married, dude. Did you not take the same vows the rest of us took when we got married? Like, holy shit.
Even when he's at his most vulnerable, when he's at his worst, she still wants to control this man. He's not getting up and going anywhere.
Oh my God, dude. This is not about control. This is about being the only person in his life to take. There's an update to this live. Dre, Vaughn is doing better. Oh, well, that's good to know. Good to know. You see, they're twisting this. This isn't control. This is just trying to keep this man alive. That's all it is.
She still
She's a
wants
caretaker.
him to suffer. And it is so fucking sad that this is so hard to watch. She is a deranged lunatic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just what?
I don't think she wants him to suffer. I think she wants him to get better. I think that's her hope. I think that if you're in that situation, because you have no empathy, you don't understand that. But when you're in that situation and you have a family member and there's any shred of hope that they could get better, okay? Because you're led down that way with doctors. It's a very, very confusing process. I went through it with my mom. You know, like sometimes, you know, through the last couple months of her life, it was like sometimes you were led to think that she was doing better. And then other times you were led to think that she was getting worse. It was so confusing. Okay. The whole navigating your way through the medical world, okay, like this is very, very confusing, especially for somebody who's never gone through it before. Like I'm assuming Dre hasn't, you know, she hasn't been this deep in the medical world in her life up to this point. It's so confusing. It's so heartbreaking. And it's like, she's just holding on to the one little shred of hope that this guy could get better. That's all. That's all she's doing for her children and for herself.
Just wait till she tells you how much of an infection he had, his numbers.
Especially because he didn't come in there with an infection. He got one while he was there. So, you know, mom was like, listen, we know the severity of everything. And we take care of our own. She starts naming the different people that were.
And Susan, even when you know they're not going to get better, you still have that hope. Because like I got to a point where I knew my mom wasn't going to get better, but I still had that hope that maybe she could get better and I could get her home. You know, it's so hard to go through something like this. And unless you've been through it, like you don't understand. And especially when you just don't have any adult fucking understanding as it is, like these two idiots, you know, it's like, it's even worse.
In our family that ended up passing out home with family, you know? So number one, if my husband is going to be septic, if he is going to blankety blank, okay, that first of all, we're not even going there. I don't even want to say if, because no, there ain't no if. So all the people that are like, you want to leave him at the hospital if he's septic, you want to like, listen to my story first before trying to give your input, okay? No, it would be idiotic to bring him home if he has an infection, okay? Let's just say that.
Okay, so she's saying that obviously she's not bringing him home while he's septic. She's going to wait until they fix, or if he's cured, and then she's worrying about getting him home. In the meantime, she's still going to be doing what she's doing to try to get him home. She's still going to take measures at her house and prepare for the possibility of him coming home, which there's nothing wrong with her doing that.
Because I feel like whenever people hear one thing, they think it equates to this. No, I ain't trying to bring my husband home while he's septic. If he's septic, bye. That's not what I'm saying. Listen a little louder, okay? Listen a little better so that, boom, okay? Because that ain't happening, no. What I'm saying is that, no, he is not going to be septic. That infection is going to go away. And when you clear that infection, then he's going to come home. What they don't want to do is talk about, okay, how do we get him home after the infection is gone? They didn't want to do that because they wanted to focus and all of our energy on the infection. Oh my God, he's not going to make it. I fear he's going to pass.
Well,
And
if they don't work on the infection, he will pass. That's the point. That's why they're talking about the infection.
She did say discharge.
So it's like,
She said
that's
discharge.
not happening. No. White blood cell count
Oh my God, what is with this fucking face that
kept
she's
going
making?
higher and higher. I didn't tell my children. I didn't tell Slay Mafia. I didn't tell, no. I told like 3 people and that was it. Just because it's like, bro, this is what they're doing, but this is what they said, but I rebuke all of that. I do not accept it. No, his infection is gonna go away and that man is gonna come home. So that is what my...
Can I ask what's going on with the fucking 1990s, like fucking pillows? Did Mallory give her these?
My
It's so
whole
ugly.
intentions of talking about him being at home, because no, I don't accept it. But
She's like
yesterday,
me,
it
but if
just
I was
like-
evil.
So then today,
She's like me, but if you were evil, I mean, are you fucking kidding me? You are evil. What do you mean, if you were evil? If you were evil, you are evil.
Do you get what I'm saying?
a little bit ago with the doctor, the same doctor that was, which I love that doctor. Like, oh my gosh. At first, it was a little bit weird in the meeting, but I feel like all of the questions, all the things that we talked about, I feel like that doctor could see that I mean business. I'm not just I want my family to be together. Kumbaya, let's bring us all together and let's just be together in one house. And then when he gets here, I leave him alone and just don't mess with him. Don't take care. That's not going to happen. And I feel like the doctor was able, because it's a new doctor every week. They don't keep the same doctors on.
What did I just say?
So I feel like as the conversation went on, this doctor got to see how I was and got to see more of me and why I say what I say and all of that.
Why she says what she says and all of that. She has to toot her own horn.
By the way, check out this little $5 ring light thing I got from Target the other day. It was in the little dollar section, and I just bought it for my makeup table because I feel like the lights aren't bright enough. Do you guys see how bright this little fucking thing is? Hold on. Check this thing out. Where's the... Uh-oh, hold on. I lost the switch. There it is. For $5, I'm pretty impressed by this little thing. It plugs in, okay? And hold on. It's got a warm function. It's got a cool function. And then it's just got like a neutral little function. But how cool is that? Like, that's pretty cool for $5, man. And it's pretty nicely made for $5 too. It's got a little... So just for my makeup table, just for like when I'm trying to do my makeup, sometimes I like a little brighter, especially if it's nighttime. I have a window right back here. But I was like, ooh, I like this. And I could clip it onto my mirror or wherever. For $5, girl. I have so many ring lights, but I have like a big one, but I thought this one was cute for my little makeup table. Perfect little size. And while we're here, let me show you guys my little mess I have in the background here. But show you guys my chair. I actually found it at HomeSense. The little, I like this one because it has a black bottom where a lot of them have either gold or silver. And since my furniture and everything's black, I figured it would go. Nice little pop of color in here. Some jewel tones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just needed to take a little break from that. Little breaky break from that. I love it. It's really cute. And it's kind of just like the one I was looking at on online. So no, I still haven't put my cleaning supplies away, but it's still pretty good. I like it. Price wise, it was $129. And I think for the price, it's pretty good, you know, nice and soft, nice material, it's comfortable. The only thing I wish it leaned back, because I'm like one of those people, like at work, I used to always lean my chair back. I was always the kid in school who got yelled at because I would tip the chair back like on the two back legs, and the teacher would be like, don't do that, you're gonna fall. And I have fallen, but I still do it. So yeah, I like to lean back, but usually when I'm doing my makeup, I'm not sitting back like this. So it works out. All right. You got the death row hat, girl. I got a whole drawer filled with band wrap t-shirts and my closet over here. I got my Biggie sweatshirt. Let's see. We got the Biggie sweatshirt. We got that's Nike. We got some Wu-Tang. We got where's my Rough Rider sweatshirt? Somewhere in there, but I definitely have way more band. I have a whole drawer just filled with band tees, random band tees. So, all right, let's get back into this. I gotta get off here soon, but the family's home.
That she's the doctor. Why, it's her. It's what makes sense to her.
Oh,
But Justin, can I just
I pressed the
say
wrong
something
button.
real quick?
Go for it.
My question is,
Hold on.
are you able to follow what she's saying?
Yeah.
I can't.
This is
I
where
feel
I got
like
up
she's
to.
so far out there that I lost her about 15 minutes ago.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Like, she is really out there. I mean, I don't even know how the chat of 833 people can.
You know why she can't follow? Because she doesn't really give a shit. If she really gave a shit about this guy, okay, she would try following what's going on and what's being said, but she can't even follow it. I love seeing Dumpy Dump. Who's Dumpy Dump? This one? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna turn my camera off. She can't follow because she really doesn't fucking care. At the end of the day, she really doesn't fucking care. She doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care about this guy or how he's doing. Because if you really wanted to get an update about this guy, you would listen to the wife who's taking care of him, But she don't really care. She doesn't give a shit. She's just she's just trying to make some money off this situation. That's really what it comes down to. So it's just disgusting. But like, has anybody here, even with me stopping it, okay, and doing commentary, are you having trouble following what Dre's trying to say? She's basically saying that the doctors, she's pretty coherent, like I'm following what she's saying. She's, the doctors are saying that he's septic and she's trying to take measures for him to come home. I don't understand what's so hard for this woman to follow in this. What are you having trouble following or understanding?
Can follow what she's fucking saying. She's talking cuckoo, crazy bird nuts. And I think that anyone with any sort of psych degrees would say, all right, hold on here, lady. Calm down. Slow down. What are you talking about? Because she's saying giving two different stories.
No, she's not. Not at all. You just said that you can't follow, and now you're going to tell us what she's saying. After just telling people that you're having trouble following this, okay? And she's all over the place. Now you're going to tell us what she's saying. Look at this person, this comment she pinned. Is she on meth?
And she's saying one thing, but then she's saying the opposite. And that's why.
Oh, yeah, she's contradicting herself.
Definitely contradicting herself. And I have a hard time with that.
Well, I mean, so Vaughn's infection was at 31,000, his white blood cell count. The normal blood cell count, I believe, is, what is it, like 60 or 5,500 to...
Is Justin a doctor? Who knows this?
To 11,000 within normal range.
Okay.
So,
and then with the theatrics on top of it, I don't know if she's drugged out or...
Theatrics. She's going to talk about theatrics.
Yes.
Is putting on some sort of theatric show, but it's a little...
Does anybody feel like she's being theatrical? Especially in comparison to the way Molly Golightly acts about everything. Do you feel like Dre's being theatrical? Because I don't.
She just did a little too much toss and wash, honey. That's all it is.
Okay, but I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that.
4,500. That's it. Okay.
I'm not used to that. Look at the tongue. Oh, so gross. It's always sticking out. All right, I'm not playing this whole thing, but I just wanted to get past this part where they were talking. This is where I listened up to, and then I just had to turn it off. I was just like, I can't, or I went back to sleep, or whatever happened. And if you guys want to go give her the view, you could go listen to it, but I'm done. I'm done. I just wanted to get past the part where she was basically saying what happened at this meeting, and just give you guys a little hint of how they twist it. They're totally twisting everything that she's saying. And they're making, you want to talk about theatrics? The theatrics are on their side. They're the ones who are making this theatrical, you know? Oh my God. Oh my God. She's crazy. She needs to be put in a mental hospital. It's like, wow, dude. Anyhow. Molly, when her brother didn't lose his house in the storm. Yeah, that. Yeah. Always over the top, dude. Always. About everything. Except her mom for some reason. A woman about to lose a man she loves. She has to face it and just is not ready. We all cope in different ways. Plus, she hopes God will step in. That's exactly it, you know? That's really what it comes down to. You know, but they can't accept that. They can't accept that this is a woman who is desperately, you know, trying to do whatever she can to help her husband who took his own life. Just imagine, right? Just imagine, let's just rewind this whole situation. Let's just say Vaughn made that attempt, okay? And it was unsuccessful with that attempt, right? And lived. And he was caught in time at a point in time where he was able to be saved 100% and go back to living 100% normal life. Just that in and of itself, right? Just the trauma from knowing that somebody did that to themselves, okay, or wanted to do that to themselves is enough to send you into a fucking tailspin, downward spiral, you know? Just knowing that somebody you love even had that thought or made that attempt in their brain. That's traumatic enough to go through, okay? Now you add in the fact that she's the one who found him. You know, she is the one who had to try to save his life. Now his life is quote unquote saved, right? But there's no quality of life. He's in this coma. He's in this state where, you know, he can't communicate. He can't talk. And it's like, that's even more traumatizing, right? Then you have the whole internet and all these fucking assholes coming after you, trying to say that you somehow caused this man to take his life. You know, first it was like they tried to make it like she somehow hung this guy from a rope in his house. And then when they realized that that was impossible, okay, then it went to, well, she caused it by driving him crazy, driving him to it. You know, and at the end of the day, we're all grown ass adults who are responsible for our own decisions that we make in life. So I think it's a little unfair to put that on her, you know? There's help out there. There's means people could go to get themselves help. Clearly he was at a stage, whatever it was, it could have been this medical condition that he had. You know, we don't know. The reality is we don't know what caused him to do that day. Nobody does. Nobody knows what caused that guy to do that. You know, it could have been a number of things. Could have been everything. Could have been his wife. Maybe they weren't getting along at that time. It could have been, you know, maybe he's just feeling a certain way about, you know, where he is in life and he's disabled and he's not working and he doesn't have his own, you know, job or, you know what I'm saying? His own accomplishments in life. Like, who knows what it was that could have contributed to that. But to put it all on her is insane to me. Absolutely insane. But the way that they're painting this, it's just disgusting. Like, leave this woman alone and let her just go through what she has to go through. How the fuck do you harass somebody at this point in their lives when they're going through something like this? This is as evil and sick as my brother's wife doing to me what she did when I was grieving the loss of my mom. Okay? This is the same kind of sick fucking person, which is why I'll always stand up against these kind of fucking people, because nobody deserves to go through this shit when they're in that dealing with enough, you know, dealing with enough trauma. in their own lives. It's just sick. Anyway, all right. My family came home like a half hour ago, and I want to see how my son enjoyed the movie and get dinner going here. So I'm glad I got some time to check in with you guys though tonight. And hopefully soon I'll be back on my regular daytime schedule because I really like doing the lives during the day better. I don't know. It's just easier for me. But it was always nice talking to you guys. And I will try to pop back in this week at some point, but definitely probably won't be back during the weekend. But I'll definitely try to pop back in during the week and we'll talk. We'll talk. So till then, everybody stay safe. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Okay. Spring is coming. It's coming. Do some spring cleaning. I'm telling you, it is the best feeling. And I'm going to go finish my nails. I had to take a little break. So I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me during this little break that I took. Now I'm going to go finish them. And if they come out good, I'll definitely be posting a picture on my community page. Okay. So, and go check out that video that I dropped if you're interested about the secrets of the beauty world. It's pretty interesting. Just even if you're not like that into makeup, it is pretty interesting just to learn these things. So, and where's the after party? I know. And I will see you guys next time. All right. You guys all have a great night and a great weekend. And I'll see ya. All right. I'm out. Oh, and click on B Ferg's link that she's sharing in the chat. It's funny. Ooh, move the clocks forward Sunday. Yeah.